Good evening, everyone. Bill, Tim, and Jad. Hello, and him over there. So, bad hair day. Yeah, believe it or believe it not, I'm Jad. Def Leppard is at Bramall Lane, and Chris has got door open, and you can hear it. Hi, Lady Kenzie. How are you? Oh, strawberry shortcake and cupcakes at Tiffany's. Ooh. Hi, Johnny. So, yeah. So we can actually hear the music, and it's been going off since about, I think I don't know, about 5:30. Yeah. Hi, Brissy. So if you like Def Leppard, yeah, that's what's playing at the moment. Because it, like on Facebook, it tells you, like, you know, it starts at this time, and Motley Crue's on Wilm, and then when Def Leppard were coming on, but it says 8:45, I think, Def Leppard were coming on, and they're only there 10 minutes away, and you can hear it. But yeah. Oh yeah, you can hear music, but you can't define what they're singing. So yeah, all exciting stuff. And we had a visitor last night. Eventually. When he found her. So thank you very much, Tim. Honestly, Amjad, well, it's a bit of a, yeah. I always go on Struggle Street. Hi, Bill.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Bill.
Anyway, so here's the story. Easy and Brian have got a combined channel called Struggle Street. Now, went on there last night, and Chris says, "Oh, I've got to go. Joelle's going to meet me some, you know, wherever." Well, for about an hour, he was trying to find her and couldn't find her.
Well, just missing each other.
Yeah, and it was like this sort of, you know, like how your paths cross, but they don't, if you know what I mean. Anyway, eventually, yeah, they found each other. And oh God, we're at a laugh. I'm good, Brissy. How are you? So yeah, honestly, because Easy were absolutely plastered. They were being a bit naughty, but yeah, it were all in good fun. We had a right laugh. So if you're wondering, Bill, Joelle's the lady that comes in from Paris.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but she's been a lifelong Def Leppard fan, and they're actually playing about 10 minutes from where we live.
Now, if you're trying to make me fall in love, it's working.
Gary!
Hi, Gary. So yeah,
Hi, Gary.
so basically she's been a lifelong Def Leppard fan. So I think she says since you were about 16, and the playing at Chris's
The Premier League ground.
Chris's football team's football ground. So
yeah, of my assorted guitars on the wall downstairs, one of them is a Def Leppard tribute guitar, a Washburn.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a fan.
That's basically it. And where we live, Bramall Lane is about 10 minutes walk, and you can actually hear the music. In fact, we've been hearing it for the last 2 days. You know, sound checks and this, that, and other. But
if it's Def Leppard, they're probably going to send you a bill. Not me, a different bill.
But yeah, so and she come armed with goodies as well.
So Jeanette, I got a good question for you.
Me? Yes.
You. How close are you to London?
Pardon?
How close are you to London?
About 3 hours, just over.
North or south?
South.
Oh,
Hi, Kathy.
I'm going to be in London next Saturday,
Ooh.
but I won't have a car because they want $500 to rent a car to an American at the London airport at Heathrow. Heathrow, I think.
Oh, you're landing at Heathrow,
Yes.
and then we're going from there to actually to London.
I don't remember the name of the. We're landing like Saturday morning and then spending Saturday and Sunday in London proper. And then we're going to
Johnny.
some city up on the coast, just to the west of Scotland.
Just change my shit. I'm
Wales?
covered in sawdust.
Wales, yes.
Wales, yeah.
And then we're there for 3 days, and then we bop off to Poland.
I'm covered in sawdust, so I've changed my top.
So yeah, from here, I'd say London. In fact, I'll have a look, Bill. I'll look at, on my Google Map thing.
I was going to offer you
You're
lunch and
about
everything.
4 hours, Jeanette. You're about 4 hours.
I
Yeah.
was going to offer you lunch and everything, but it's hardly worth driving clear to London for 3 hours for lunch.
It's quite
Plus,
a
the
drive.
minute you hit London, you're not getting through traffic either. So
Well, yeah, it was $480 for a car for 1 day. 1 day.
Wow. I think
Madness.
they saw you coming.
When we're in Wales,
It says 3 hours and 13 minutes.
that's nothing to Texas.
167 miles or 167.6.
See, now if you were here, if you say it's 3 hours away, that means it's 230 miles away.
yeah.
Yeah, because we got interstates and the speed limits range on when you get away from the city. The speed limits range between 75 and 85.
Well, you see, here in the UK, they're called motorways. And then there's some A and B roads as well.
I do 85 most of the time.
I did tell Lazy last night, Amjad, that you downloaded his album, and he said it to say thank you very much. I don't know whether he'll be here tonight because they were quite inebriated, weren't they, Johnny, last night?
Well, where's your piss?
But yeah, it was the whiskey.
I
We
could
drink.
get hammered if I wanted. I've got loads of whiskey.
I'm going to say it because we were drinking whiskey. And I think he'd run out. I think he'd run out of beer, so he ate the whiskey a little bit hard and a bit.
I didn't see most of last night. I fell asleep, mate.
Pardon me. Well, normally they go on for an hour and then. Ooh.
The little seeds are coming up in them planters already, you know.
What you done with your owl?
No, it's all nice and tidy.
It's just angle it camera. It looks like you've put a lid on it. Hi, Gordo.
Hello.
No lid.
I can
I've had
see,
an idea, though,
now, but to sort of look at it from a distance, it looks like you put some up. But yeah, I can see it now.
I've had an idea as well. You know the rabbit hutch?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an identical one that looks like somewhere else, but tiny, but smaller. And I mean identical. It really looked like a tiny version of it. Well,
But yeah, I think last night, because there was so, I think that's down to your nose, bro. I think he sort of had a bit to do with getting more people in, if you know what I mean. Hi, Bria. How are you? But yeah, I think
I've done that end wall now as well. That's done now. Oh, the insulation fell through, literally. I picked a sheet up and it just crumbled in my hand. And been outside.
Well, that's why we're going for free.
Back to square one on the insulation.
Tim's actually in Scotland, Bill.
No, I know. That's around the corner.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, well, I'll be up in Wales.
Oh, no, remember, I live in Texas, which is bigger than Scotland.
Yeah.
The state that I'm in is bigger than the whole country, so I'm used to driving forever to go any place. And I'll have a car when I'm in Wales. I'll drive to Scotland. When we're in Poland, I'm planning on driving to Germany one day and Czechia the next.
But
So See, that amount of driving's nothing to anybody who lives in a country that big.
But that's it. You know what I mean? It's
So is Joelle right there now watching that then?
yeah, she'll be at Def Leppard. Because on Facebook, one of them posted in one of the local groups, like the order who were playing what and when and where. And obviously it were like a summer, and then it were Motley Crue, and Def Leppard started about 9:15 till 11.
Oh, yeah,
Motley Crue should be the opening band for Def Leppard.
Hi, Tommy.
Very good band.
But yeah,
You know,
that was one thing that were pouring Joelle off because she's not a Motley Crue fan.
No, as I say, they should be the opening band, and they should probably have like the Bee Gees in between them just to get Motley Crue away from the good band.
But anyway, yeah, that's one. Because see, she were over in London. She was over in London last week, and she went to a book signing. And hi, Raphael, how are you? She were there, like in London, doing a book, book signing and whatever. And then they were like at this auditorium. I think they were just all sat round in, question and answers and whatever. You know what I mean?
Ooh, Kathy's a bit. Ooh. Kathy says, Bill, the only big things in Texas is the state and the egos.
Well, no, and the trucks. Everybody here seems to think they need a big giant truck to drive around. I drive little cars. I don't need a big truck. I got nothing to prove. Yeah.
I drive a little RAV4.
I drive a little Honda and I love it.
My RAV4's 22-year-old and it runs mint. Fantastic.
So without further ado, I'll show you what. Now, the goodies I've had to save because, yeah, Chris. Right, anyway. So first of all, this ring the goodie bag. And they are...
Oh, I've got to run. I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Basically, the lemon madeleines with meringue. Now, Chris wants me to make some of these, so I've had to order a meringue pan, and I'll show you what they're like.
I can't have that one, that's Callum.
Yeah, I've had to make Callum save that one. So that's your madeleine. What it is, it's like a sponge. Now, I've downloaded a madeleine recipe, but can you see sort of how it's got that little bridge, boom, whatever? What you do is you, in essence, inject lemon curd into that ump.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then that on top is like a lemon meringue, like a crumbled lemon meringue. But anyway, I've downloaded the recipe, so Chris was going, oh God, these is, and I says, well, what makes it more authentic is the fact that they actually from France. So that was the first thing. And as a reminder, right?
Hey, I'm going to run off for just a few minutes. I've got a guy that's about to call in.
Bill.
Ooh,
An Eiffel Tower.
I like it.
And it's diamond encrusted as well. And it's in red, white and blue.
Well, when you said, ask Cal, pick up the Eiffel Tower for me, but
Don't sit down too quick, Chris.
I know. Anyway, can anybody guess what's in here? And it's not perfume.
So
Maison Fondé, Lauderie.
Geography.
Anyway, it's in Paris. Like,
I'm
box
gonna
in
guess
a little
candy.
booklet and everything with it. Right? Guess what's in it?
So I'm guessing so.
Candy?
I think by time anyway. After macarons.
Half a box of candy.
Yeah. So that's safe too. They callums as well.
You could put bath salts in that and nobody do any different.
Chocolate. But yeah, when I see posh box and I thought, hey, I'll press you bought me some perfume. No, it's the macarons.
Okay, I'll be back shortly. I gotta go sell something.
And as well,
It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere, Tim. Hang on.
some authentic Italian French mustard. There you go.
Here somewhere, Tim. Oh, there you are. I wrote Tim on it. I put your address on it.
You see, it's got the names on top, but I don't know what they mean. Dijon, Yel et vinegar. That one's balsamic vinegar. Assist de Dijon and rain.
I've written the address on it now.
So yeah, that's the little pots of French mustard.
Mm.
So you know, little sizes. Last but not least,
I'm going to fix my pen, Tim, and write the address on it.
yeah, I can lend you one, Johnny. In fact, I can lend you two.
Mm.
That one is proper one with Eiffel Tower on and everything. It's not a fountain pen, it's just a. And that one obviously is for you know who. Can't you guess, Johnny? With crown on top.
Yeah. That's where I got my pipe from.
Yeah. King Charles, like coronation thingamajig. So that's it. So now I can leave my little Eiffel Tower out. That sounds good, doesn't it?
So yeah, when you can't find it at solitaire.
Guess on my week that does Johnny into going. And then
you know what it is? Women with that condition I have, I don't have a lot of feeling it end of my bloody finger. So I can never feel wet bloody.
But yeah, you see, she came to visit us in the flesh last night, Raphael. Have you seen Joelle in chat? I mean, obviously she's not being in chat tonight because she's at Def Leppard, about 10 minutes down the road. That's how come she's this way. So yeah.
Mm.
But yeah.
Keena's got me phone.
A little Eiffel Tower, and I was going, oh, isn't that gorgeous? It's even encrusted with like, you know, not real diamonds, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so I've done a thing, Johnny. I've been ordering off for Amazon again.
Oh dear.
I will be busy.
Yeah. Anyway, I ordered that colour, but somebody told me to give me hair a bleach bath before I dye it. So yeah, so that's me.
Mm. Oh, that stuff stinks.
But it's ammonia free, so it shouldn't.
Well,
and it says a unique powder-free formula with nourishing rice extract and corn proteins.
You know what you're doing, but dyeing it or eating it.
Yeah. But it does say, it says here, vegan friendly, no animal testing.
Vegan.
So, yeah. So basically, I use that to get rid of this colour. So you like working with a blank canvas. So somewhere along the way, you might see me blonde. Just warning you guys. You might see me as a blonde.
Lovebird.
Because obviously I don't want to do that and pull her straight on. So anyway.
Yeah, it's a chance to recover a little bit.
That's the colour I'm going.
I've gone for the shave it all off. It's too warm look.
But there again, this is sort of another one that's like got all oil and everything in it.
4 hours, Jeanette. Took me 4 hours to trim that dog today.
Poor buddy.
I'd been better turning up at Emmerdale Farm and getting them to share him. That's what I literally have to do, but they're only little clippers. It does do it, but it takes hours.
Honestly, Johnny, you know what Biscuit started scratching, because you know how he goes in grass and he's rolling about in grass and everything. Hi, Crypto, how are you?
Did you get his summer coat or not?
So so Chris said to me, he says, I'm going to have to give him a bath. So, and he keeps
that makes it a lot easier for me than it is for you.
I'm going to say, and
I just go.
He keeps saying to Biscuit, you're going in bath, you're going in bath. Last time he had a bath, Johnny, he pulled his back out. No word of a lie. It was walking around like a shitty sen. Honestly. Yeah, but we've sort of got this military operation going. We get him up there. But you see, at the time he had a collar on, and he always knew that when you took his collar off, he was going in bath. But now he don't have a collar on. So Chris has just got to, you know, somehow, yeah, tease him up into the bathroom, and it's like
trim him now. I must admit, he stays still.
Do
you know what I'm saying? Do underneath him. Do you know what he does? He puts his paw on my hand.
Hi, Vanessa. How are you?
I literally turn him on his back to trim underneath him.
Hey, Crypto, you've just missed best part. I've ordered some stuff off for Amazon. Yeah.
She'll know all about that.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? A bleach bath, basically. But you can also use it for highlights, because it says in the in the contents, it's got like one of, you know, these caps that you use when you're doing highlights. So I've got to go back to blonde first, because I want to get, obviously, strip this back, and then
don't forget your ear condoms.
That's the colour I'm going, Crypto.
I do like that colour.
Dublin Mango Copper, it's called.
Hey?
Dublin Mango Copper.
Is it a hair dye or a shower gel?
I know you can't lick it. So yeah,
I've got mango and orange.
that is the colour I'm hoping for. I mean, whether or not it happens or not, I don't know. But yeah,
if the dog stinks and Chris gives him a bath, does it disappear? I mean, well, yeah, eventually. Depends how bad they are. My dog Raphael has normal, like, human hair. You have to cut it.
But yeah, you see, we start going down. I don't know where it is, because you can hear music.
This time I cut all the curls off first. Got it as far down.
It's like Mission Impossible with Biscuit, because once he knows he's good. This is the thing. There's been many a time I've been in bath and bathroom. I don't lock bathroom door or anything, just in case I slip or something.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So Chris come up, and I think he got something to tell me. It got something to tell me anyway. So Chris is there talking to me while I'm sat in bath, and we're upstairs. You know, Biscuit toddling off upstairs. So Chris shouts, "Biscuit, come and say hello to your mum." And that look of shock Chris, as if to say, "You must think I'm fucking stupid." Hey, I tell you something, Raphael. Yeah, I've just cut his hair and his beard as well.
I blade zeroed mine yesterday.
But yeah, that was the that was the look that he shot Chris. You know, yeah, right. You only shot him because you're gonna put me in bath. You know what I mean? He's not exactly thick. But yeah, it's like a 2-man job. It's like Mission Impossible.
You won't see me on Wednesday, by the way.
You see, pardon?
I won't be in on Wednesday. I'm out all day Wednesday.
Oh, okay, then,
Like,
Johnny.
Like, getting some stuff moved over to the coast. You take the last stuff out now. Got to hand the keys in Friday morning.
Yeah, it's like this. When we do get him in bath, Chris has to duck top end and I have to duck bottom end.
Oh, nice.
Because if one of us lets go, that's it, he's out.
Buddy's too small for that. He just skids outside of bath.
Yeah, well, biscuit, believe you me, Andy can jump up. so yeah, Chris has got one hand at top end, I've got one hand at bottom, and with other one I'm trying to, we're trying to get him washed.
I can twistle him around the bath like a spinning top.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I took all his curls off first and then I trimmed him right down. But the clippers ran out of power, but only a tiny little bit around his paws and that. I got him 90% done. But 4 hours. Started at 9, I didn't finish till nearly 1 o'clock.
Gary says it sounds like a game of Twister. Believe you me, yeah. Twister and God knows what else rolled into one. You have to make the short bathroom door shut in case he does manage to get out of bath. Same as Chris says, and then it's a case of catching him and putting him back in again. And
He's really busy though. I'm not going to let him get like that again though. They were pretty bad this time. Wasn't matted up or anything, but bloody hell, his coat was thick. Ridiculous.
I bet. And what with warm weather coming and all.
Oh, he'd be fine for that. Really. That bloody mouse, that mouse has been back again a couple of times.
Has it? It's a regular fixture now then, Johnny.
So I'm going to have to build a new hutch, I think. One that you can't get in. But it doesn't seem to be bothering the rabbit.
But this is the thing, Gary. It's not as if he's a little dog. And last time Chris picked him up and put him in bath by himself, he threw his back out.
He's a bit like a tall, whippet-shaped Alsatian. He's a big dog, not a little dog.
Well, we think he's crossed with a German Shepherd and a Lancia because he's got long legs, hasn't Johnny? Really long legs.
He's handy. I don't have to break my back to give him a stroke.
Oh, and Joel last night, she went, "Oh, Biscuit," she says, "you're just as handsome in real life." To Biscuit. And then she was saying, "Oh," she says, "do you know," she says, "you're more prettier in real life." And I went, "Do you want to borrow my specs?"
I'd bring Buddy to show you, but he's just got a look of you can kiss my ass kind of thing.
My dad shaved me within an inch of my life.
Yeah, well, yeah. I had to trim around his inches as well. He's only got a little lipstick.
But
you have to
see him on Chris's YouTube video. Well, what would you say, Gary? We know he's sort of part German Shepherd, but we think long. At what time did Joel come over? What time? Anyway, Hazy went from 8 o'clock. Brian went at 9. And because Joel were coming here, Hazy says, "I'm going to carry on." 3 hours he went on for eventually. So I think it was about 10:15 by the time she got here, Amjad, because they kept missing each other.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't chat then.
So yeah, and Chris had FaceTime and he says, "Well, I've been here and I've been there and I've been sat waiting 20 minutes. And I think it's a case of they just missed one another." And she says something about a gas station being in petrol station. Well, just down from Bramall Lane, there is a petrol station. So that's where eventually they made the connection. So it was about 10:15, and I think it was about 11:30 when she went Amjad. But she wanted to come here specifically because, same as she says, "I don't know when I'll be coming back to UK." We've got pictures, Raphael, but that's about no. We didn't really because see, we're on Easy's shared channel called Struggle Street, and basically I were on that live stream, and that's why Easy sort of hung on till Joel got here. So yeah.
I'll sleep tonight.
But really, we didn't record anything. We just, you know, she had a picture took with Chris.
It's not that when you meet up with people, it's not like you just want to get, you know, have a good time. You don't want to be recording everything, do you?
Well, that's it. I mean, we sort of got a lot of talking, if you know what I mean.
We're not hardcore YouTubers where they shove cameras straight in your face.
But no, and then she ran about the baking, and she says, "Oh, what? Where? You know?" And I said, "You're sat in that chair where I sit when I'm doing my baking. You know, it recliner."
I sat in that one for a few years.
Yeah. So she was sat in recliner, and Chris.
Then I replaced it with a chair to get the bed down. I've got to move it outside.
I did speak to her via messenger the other day, and I said I was worried about it because I'd not heard anything. She said she was going to ring me, but as of yet, she hasn't rung me yet. Amjad.
I'm not going to get no done out there that weekend, really. No.
But yeah, she's a lovely lady, very kind.
Have you got any spare room for a washing machine?
Not really.
It's a digital washing machine now. Tracy's probably going to see it and want me to swap them over.
Okie dokie then, Tim, no worries.
Yeah, Wednesday, I've got to pick up the sofa from my mum's with the trailer and whatever little bits are left, stick a bit back at car. And I've got to drive the trailer to my mum's in Doncaster, unhook the trailer and stick it in a double garage. I'm just going to leave it in the trailer for a couple of days and then I've got to get the chair and Andrew's bits from that house as well, and drive him to the coast. It's going to be a long fucking day Wednesday.
Just remember, Johnny, to eat. You know, don't go all day without having nothing to eat.
I'm a bugger for that.
Well, I'm telling you.
You're being warned, boy.
Did you hear him? It says you've been warned, boy.
I literally have to drop Keena at school and just head off. Or cut the trailer and go.
But yeah, I'm concerned about Tim because he come in Saturday and then, but yeah, he's explained, you know, why. But I'm not going to say anything, Tim. I mean, that's not my place to do so. Ooh. But yeah, Johnny, I did tell Azy that Amjad had downloaded his album, didn't I? I did.
Yeah.
And he says you'll have to say to Amjad he appreciates it very much.
Yeah, then Thursday. What we're going to do Thursday? The bed. Cassandra's obviously there till the keys over.
But
my mum's putting the keys in the safe. She's told solicitor when the money's in the bank, she'll give him code to keys.
You said the other day.
Yeah, she made it part of the agreement. Says she's not been conned by anybody. But they've changed their doctors. There's letters arrived at this house.
Kathy says Jeanette, who says it? Never met him. Like she was saying she didn't know your nose broke.
Oh, different channel. It can be somebody else.
Yeah, and I think it were down to your nose bro that like Kathy and Brissy and who else were in.
Okay.
Oh, hiya partners, how are you?
You partner.
So it went down to me. I had no part in it. I think it was your nose bro that.
I'm working out earlier.
Oh. But yeah.
I had a chance to do the bench for a few weeks, but I always have the weights right next to me. So
yeah, but you've been busy, haven't you? You've been doing a workout all in its and building that summer house, haven't you?
Hardest bit was just getting it, all the woods at the house. That were it, really. That were heaviest bit. Do not, how can I put this politely? Do not fucking like climbing on roofs.
Hi, partners.
I did ring around.
He comes back.
So, are you sourced any alternative insulation yet, then, Johnny?
No, I might have to buy some.
God.
Because it's stopping the project in its tracks, really.
Did
You
you?
buy the bullet, Johnny?
I was going to say he went to pick it up today, partners, and he says when he picked it up, it just crumbles because it was like that. Oh,
Get some king spam.
I don't need that much, to be honest.
she's known. Kathy says she's known Easy before she knew. You know, bro.
Oh yeah, I've known Kathy before I knew bro. Any of you lot really? She's from back in the days, Kathy. We've used to go on all them channels as well. When Easy used to do his live on a Sunday and Dizzy did his on a Saturday. Kathy being them as well.
Well, for me, it all started with Martin Butler retro restored Butler's Empire. And then discovered the likes of Snobby Scrap Picker, Dusty Blonde, Roy's the Boy, Mixed Mowers. Just went on from there.
They were a nice couple then. They just went off, didn't they? Boom, gone. Done.
Yeah, on their laurels. But I think
I put the link in for Struggle Street, but it's a very hard channel to find.
They just got a new grandchild as well, didn't they? So
I think that had something to do with it when the son had a baby.
Yeah, keeps you busy, I should know.
Oh, them silicon Madeline things has been dispatched.
They did a good job washing my car. I got soaked. They were chasing me around the car with hoses. I'll give them a hose each.
So Tim's explaining why I were a bit worried about him.
As in 1p.
Yeah.
I did a bit of gas cutting.
He did tell me, because I were a bit worried about him. I messaged him and I said, "Are you all right?" And he says, "Yeah." He says, "I fell and he knocked himself out."
That's the thing, Tim. When you get to our age, we don't bounce anymore. We just flood.
I hope. Tell me about it, Johnny. But yeah, I know that for a fact.
Yeah, crypto. I remember you.
Yeah, I think that's no crypto through Dusty.
How long have we been doing this for now?
Because I remember her avatar was a picture of her. She had purple hair.
Yeah.
I think she was wearing like a vest top.
Yeah, I've been looking back. I can get, that one that's like a foil insulation.
Yeah, it's Kingspan.
Yeah, you can get that for about €5.
Oh, I found it.
I'm thinking of I've got loads of plastic. I was just thinking of lining out the panels with plastic, staple them in and then just fill them with insulation.
I think when you mentioned Dizzy used to go Saturday and he used to be live on a Sunday, I can remember going in there as well.
I met them all through Musty One, really. You Dizzy and Tina
Musty One
turned up at one of Musty One's thing, and then I linked to them, and that was it, really.
Yeah, well, it's same as I say. It's sort of,
good time.
I think that is sort of in roundabout way how we've all come across each other, if you know what I mean. And I think that's sort of how it's. It
was such good times. I had tattoos to celebrate those times.
This is the link to Struggle Street. Now, they ain't got many subscribers, but if you want a good laugh on a Sunday evening, 8, normally they'll only go an hour. And he's on there with Brian. So, just go over, subscribe to him.
When we started this, you were probably having problems keeping your gripe water down.
That's it.
Were you on the
Oh, yeah,
Ribena?
So just click on that link. It'll take you to Struggle Street. They go live every Sunday evening, 8 till 9 usually. But like last night, cause Joelle were coming, went on a bit longer. So, and I don't know when I'm going to dye my hair. You know, I've got to pluck up the courage and work up the courage to do it first. So at some point, Partners, you'll see me blonde. I've got to strip it right back. That's called a bleach bath.
Yeah, you have to, if you're going like you got to.
Yeah.
I basically
Strip it
my
back
hair
and then-
before.
Somebody advised me to do a bleach bath first to strip all this back with it being like a dark brown.
That's
But this-
how good my clippers are, Jeanette. My clippers did me, my hair, and then the dog.
That's the colour I'm hoping for, and it's
Well, it's just
Flynn
if you strip
mango
your colour out,
copper.
if you strip all your colour out altogether, it will go that colour.
But anyway, that's the whole point of the bleach bath is to strip your hair back, so you're working with a blank canvas, and
You look like Roxette when you had that.
that colour is more likely to come out as that colour if you like strip all colour out your hair.
Yeah, it ends up like straw.
You look like
It's
you look like
got all
Roxette.
sorts of conditioners in it.
You do a
It's,
few REM too.
this is an ammonia-free one, cream bleach, unique powder-free formula with nourishing
Richard.
rice extract and corn proteins. Hi, Richard. How are you? He says with anti-yellow, white, blonde toning mask. But it has got like, you know, let's say for instance, I've got some left over and I wanted to put highlights in Callum's hair, let's say. It's got one of them things on where you can just pull.
Wait, out individually. Yeah.
You know what Callum would say? I'm not having blonde highlights in my hair. But anyway.
No.
So yeah, new glasses Friday. I don't know when I'll do it. I says at some point people are going to have to see me blondie anyway. So because I don't want to do the blonde bit and then put a colour on top of that. I'll probably wait, a day or yeah. I'll probably leave it a day or two before I actually do the colouring.
You look like Wills of Gummidge for a few days until you get recovered.
I said that earlier on.
If I didn't love
like
you, Johnny, I'd slap you.
At least you can provide a cup of tea and a slice of cake.
Hi, Trace. It's just insulted me, Tracy,
Who's
saying
that Sally? Who's that Sally?
I says if I didn't love you, Johnny, I'd slap you.
Oh well.
Never mind.
Distance is a loving thing. Well, we're kissing online. What's going on?
Well, I'm looking at being fucked off. I can't.
Oh shit.
Come back to you.
The wife's put my name and nothing else. Oh dear.
I don't mind colouring hair, not even they turning silverish by them. Yeah, me and all, Raphael.
Okay.
But I were on a live stream and somebody recommended that colour and they says, do you know what it suit you? And I says, go on, tell me. And she says, ginger. I says, well, isn't that funny? I says, because I used to be ginger as a kid.
Original.
No. That is like a copper colour. That's proper ginger. Anyway, so there you go. You know, if I come on wearing a hat or a woolly hat or a baseball cap, you know, it's gone tits up.
I might have to get dog clippers.
Oh God, don't say that. Hey, Tracy, I had a goodie bag from Joelle. Authentic lemon meringue madeleines.
Did you actually meet up with her last night?
She came here because we're looking for her for an hour, and they sort of like we're just missing each other. Well, this is what they look like inside. And that on top is like meringue crumbled. So Chris says, hey, well, can you make some of these? I says, yeah, of course I can. I says, but I've got to order a Madeleine pan. Anyway, I went on Amazon and they've got a double one. I think they're like 6, like the donut things, but obviously a Madeleine pan, and there's 6 in one and 6 in another. So basically, that is how they sit in the Madeleine pan, and they've got like, can you see that sort of like raised bit there? But what you do is, on the recipe that I've looked at, you inject lemon curd into the middle, and obviously there's probably going to be a bit of overspill, and then that's where you crumble meringue on top. So I've got to replicate these. Yeah, so I've got to replicate the lemon curd Madeleines. So first off, and I says, well, if you want me to make them, I says, you can pay for it. So he's bought me the Madeleine pans. But and yeah, look, in a nice special little box, and it's got a little card look as well inside. Come in a posh box. I thought it was jewellery at first. But yeah.
Packaging be worth more than contents.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll trade it.
So
Macarons. Not macaroons, macarons.
That's the French president, isn't it? Macron.
Anyway, I've even looked up for a recipe for these, and people are put off by them because they actually, you make a meringue mixture. That's what these are made up of. But they're like sandwiched together.
Macron.
Yeah, they sandwiched together that obviously chocolate, and that is sort of like a red jam.
It's another WEF property, isn't it?
But yeah, they were in my goodie bag. Tracy, you like a little Eiffel Tower?
It's a sex toy.
Yeah. Diamond encrusted got Eiffel Tower. So that's gonna pride a place on my table. And then,
somebody can't remember who had one of them. It come in 2 parts. Detachable top parts, detachable.
but this is the thing, Tracy.
Eiffel Tower.
Me and Chris tried one last night, and then Callum had one this morning. I says, well, I've got to save one. I says to show everybody, and it was same with macarons. I've had to, stop him from eating them so I could show everybody. Plus some authentic French mustard, like little pots. The only one that I know, that one, it says something about balsamic vinegar. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, my French is not up to scratch, so I don't exactly know what.
There you go. And that's why.
Oh. It's all right. Chris has just told me he sent me some photographs.
It's not looking good. I might have to buy some. That watch out there, apparently, is made of triangular kingspan.
Notice you got wallabies again.
Big triangle offcuts.
But anyway, because you see, Callum made the mistake and he says, don't you mean macaroons? And I went, no. Macarons and macaroons are 2 different things.
Oh, Tommy, get with the programme. I said that 5 minutes ago.
But yeah, macaroons is made with coconut, and macarons is like a lemon meringue mixture. So yeah, and then you make it into like a biscuit. But you see, what puts a lot of people off making them is the fact that once you've whisked your egg whites, and it can become very unstable. So that's what puts a lot of people off making them. But I'll give them a try. If not, they go in the bin. It's mustard, Richard. Them, you know, them little pots, they're all like mustards. The only one I can decipher is balsamic vinegar one. So, but yeah.
Good job Keena's not with me. Somebody's giving away the giant Mr. Carrot. We've got Mrs. Bloody Carrot downstairs. Can't fucking move for it. It's bigger than, it's as big as me now.
But yeah. So it's a case of watching this space about Madeline's, but
Well, I can collect a few bits for this week because I'm not going to get much done.
But I'm going to message you, Tracy, because there's something I want to run past you first.
Yeah.
So
step back. She wants to run you over, but that's.
I says I want to run something past her.
Oh, right. Not a truck.
No.
I found some, but I want 40 quid. Will they negotiate? 1.5 balls of 70 mil. It is a bit fake. Mind you, you can double it like
See what Richard said about Bill's.
Hang on, can't see shit.
Looks like Mastermind chair or Mastermind studio. Okie dokie then, Amjad.
There you go. There's a Mastermind chair.
Ooh, you see.
Yeah, big balls.
Let's finish. I've messaged you anyway.
Round you scored 20 points and no passes.
It's not quite exactly the same though, is it? But he's on dog and bone. That's why his chair's vacant.
No, he said somebody was arriving at his place.
Oh, I'm going to say I know we were on. Anyway,
he's not about to have another ex-wife, is he?
Hey, up, that's nowhere. He's just said, how far's London away from you? It's about 3.5 hours. Why? He says it's a long way. He says I was going to invite you both out to lunch.
Go by the way, lunch, just fish and chips.
But yeah, it is a long way to go just to have lunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll order the lobster.
Oh dear.
Oh, I would.
What's lobster having?
But
out
yeah. I mean, yeah, if we were already down there or we were visiting somebody or we were staying overnight, so you know what I mean? Yeah. But just to drive that amount of time just for
I'll do a shot underneath.
What?
Shot underneath. A bit of Vinder table.
Yeah. Anyway, same as I say. If we're a bit closer, yeah.
It's the same word in French. You just pronounce it different. Sur la table.
I see.
But
the word is spelled the same.
so yes, so that's the excitement that we've had. We had Joel over last night, and Chris has been out with
very
Cameron
known.
today. Well, he's been with Callum.
It'd have to be a burger.
Richard said it would have to be a Burger King double whopper for that distance, yeah. And I'd expect champagne and all, Richard.
Put your sauce on your caviar.
They're big balls.
God, no. I know what caviar is.
They're big balls.
Disgusting.
Hey, what's that?
That in Kingspan stuff.
Oh, insulation.
A project. I'm on 40 quid for it. I put me take 30. It's expensive stuff. But it's 70 mil thick, so I could just cut it in half.
Yeah.
Cut it in the middle. That'll double what I've got then.
How much? £9.87. They had one yesterday.
Burger King costs more than Mackie D's.
I would have to take a second mortgage to go to Burger King. Oh, shit, anyway, I don't like Burger King. But yeah, no, I don't like Burger King.
I don't mind Burger King.
I think the burgers are better than McDonald's.
I want my £9.87.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying. You know,
Much stuff for anything.
Yeah, but they're supposedly plain grilled burgers at Burger King, aren't they? Don't they? Flame grilled them or something. I don't know.
It's just a hot plate, really.
I mean, the only time we used to have Burger King is like if we went to Butlins at Skegness, because like in Skyline they've got a Burger King there, and obviously, you know, when you've been travelling and you get
Primrose Valley as well.
You know, you've unpacked and everything. You just want something quick and easy. So obviously, you know, first night we'd go to Burger King or something.
Years ago, I went to one of those council-run fucking holidays to Silverdale. Oh my god, what fucking experience of my life! You couldn't go on beach. You couldn't go on the beach because it was quicksand. The swimming pool never had any fucking water in it, and you lived in these like dorm rooms with beds and stuff. Basically, a military camp turned into a fucking
like them bunk bed type of things all in a row.
You would just single metal beds in just rows in these big rooms.
Is it like army beds?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, like bunk beds type of thing.
What's bloody holidays for children? You know,
well, the army beds, they are sort of cause of the origin of the word wank. Because when they were
Richard says Silverdale. Now that's a place.
Oh, horrible place, horrible. You were just trapped. You couldn't fucking get out. Shit, nothing to do. I went there, I think like 3 times over 3 years, and there was never any water in the pool.
Filled up, Johnny.
Literally saw a sheep get stuck in quicksand and die. That's how exciting it was. That most exciting thing that happened the entire time.
Well, that's why I don't have any fences. Yeah, because that's the only way.
You can fucking get out.
I've never heard of that one, Raphael Coles Jr. Says that's
it must be a Danish one.
Did you miss me, Jonathan, for the fucking start?
Richard says he went once and never again. So we know what you're talking about, Johnny.
Awful place, absolutely awful.
So what I'd like to try White Castle.
Castle, never heard on it.
Because we haven't got it over here, that's why.
A what?
We don't have it over here.
Oh, where's that then?
United States.
Oh,
It was on the East Coast. It actually predates McDonald's. It's been, but they do everything in house with with White Castle.
Oh yeah.
It's all done in house.
I tell you what has opened up here in Sheffield, and this is like American. That Wendy's.
Oh yeah.
I think that in Leeds, and it only lasted a few months.
Oh, they did have Wendy's before, and then it disappeared.
Yeah, there's just one reason they opened up in Sheffield. No pity started in USA, but they had 150 plus spot all over the world. Oh, Never heard on it, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Got to try a White Castle slider.
I'll tell you what else. They've got in Sheffield and all. You know, one of the, I forget what it's called now, but if you want to be insulted, you go in, I forgot what it's called now.
Oh, I'll see that.
Oh, I've seen that on YouTube.
It says waiting staff insult you. And that's predominantly why people go, because they like people insulting them. So, what's it called?
Eddie Edwards were in there over there, that world's strongest man. Funny as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Not Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah.
It's not his real name.
He did skiing.
That's another tale, Richard Tale.
His real name's Michael Edwards.
Went to the pub and got lost and couldn't find the site. They don't even have proper street lamps. Oh, Karen's dying. And
No, that's owned by the Stafford. Acts like entitled bitches.
Well, yeah, that's predominantly what why it's popular. You know, if you want to be insulted, just take a seat, sort of thing.
It's a case of, what do you want? Come on, hurry up! I've got somewhere to be. Come on, I want your order now. You
know what I mean? But for somebody, let's say somebody that works there that normally isn't like that, it must grind a bit on them, having to be awful or insulting, like for 8 hours. You know what I mean?
Oh, bring it on! Oh, bring it on!
That'll be a Johnny's ideal job.
In Manchester.
But yeah, you know,
right in your bed. What do you want?
You know, it's a good idea in principle, but you know, I don't know about anybody else, but when I go out to eat, I just like to sit and eat and not be insulted by anybody. You know what I mean? But obviously, a lot of people do because it's got quite popular. You know.
Sit down, shut up. We need your bloody dinner.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Can you imagine having to be like that for a full 8-hour shift? If that's not normally how you speak, you know what I mean?
Look at me smile, Janet. I love
it. Richard says that's just a normal day at our place.
Oh, crypto.
And then just starting a fight, even if everybody knew that's what the case is, right? I'd still end up starting some fight.
Did you actually tell Christina she should work there?
Last night at Morrison's, Keena threw a paddy at car and she was shouting at car like a little twat, you know, throwing a paddy. The security guard kept coming over and looking at us. What's your fucking problem? You know, he went, oh, there's a ruckus outside. It's called a paddy. He said, why don't you get back in fucking Morrison's, you little dickhead? She was kicking me dashboard a lot, the little shit. Throwing a full-on wobbler. Because Christina brought some spending money to buy something and she didn't have it. I said, well, I can't afford to give you £20. You can have £10. That's all you're getting.
But so this is it. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? It's... Can I put this lightly? You know what I mean? She's spoiled. And I can understand why she's spoiled, but it's like sort of situations, you know, if I throw a paddy, I'll get what I want sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Not if she embarrasses me, really. If she tries doing that in the middle of the time, really.
My middle lad from my first marriage, he used to throw his son up floor, Johnny. You know what I used to do? Just walk off. He soon got up and run after me.
What I do? Throw myself up floor as well and throw a paddy. Soon get up and run away with embarrassment.
But yeah, that's all I used to do with him. He'd throw his son up floor having a paddy, and I went, right, fine, I'll see you in a bit. And I just used to walk off. But soon
I throw one louder than I'm a lot louder.
He soon got up and run after me when he thought I were leaving him there.
You just change subject with kids right quick, don't you? And make them laugh or something. Just want to start throwing a complete meltdown.
But yeah.
You know, people normally can't stay mad if you tickle them with it.
Your nose, bro. Hiya, Sarah.
I say to Keena, I say, whistle. She goes, I don't want to whistle. I says, whistle. She goes, no, I'm really mad. I says, whistle. And when she whistles, it says you can't stay mad when you whistle.
Hiya,
You're
little
really angry.
lot.
Sit, calm down and whistle. You'll be all right in a minute, so. That's a true fact, that. You can't stay mad if you whistle.
That's it.
You're not going to go.
If I start whistling, you'll know I'm mad.
Yeah, I'll probably get a message later. How dare you?
But yeah, it were a laugh last night, weren't it? You know, bro. Honestly, I've never laughed so much in all my life, and I ain't done that so much in all my life as well.
Were you relaxed, Jeanette?
Oh dear.
Did you get a bit more aggressive over the bake? I'm having that fucking bun.
Oh dear, but yeah.
I'll kill you for that bun.
But the thing is,
Hit him with your whisk. It'll soon be here.
the thing is, you can ask Chris why what happened. Oh yeah, it were a laugh, Tracy, last night, honestly.
Well, just a good night, wasn't it? Started off a bit unusual and went downhill from there. I'm joking.
Sorry, but that was you know who. Sorry, Lee. I do have my reasons.
Okay.
But yeah. Obviously it's come on in another account.
Oh, gee. I think I've got the wrong chat on, to be honest.
But yeah, it I mean, Kathy says it were fun. It were laugh. But yeah, some of the things they were coming out where I was going, oh my god! And then he kept telling me to ask her questions, and I kept saying, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to ask her that. You know what I mean? I says, here, take camera around so you can ask yourself. Oh dear. Or to say you were inebriated, yeah.
So I could get shit faced if I wanted. There's all that whiskey downstairs. It's not my thing, whiskey, though, to be honest.
Anyway.
I might give Chris a couple of bottles when I'm next over.
Ooh, did you? It's a good job he's got his earphones on, Johnny.
Only the ones that are £2 from shop. Them ones. You can have them ones. Johnny
says he's got loads of bottles of whiskey. He says you can have a couple next time he comes over.
I'll be over tomorrow, Johnny.
Did you point out I meant them little ones?
But yeah, honestly.
I'll bring you a few. I'm keeping the
anyway,
bigger ones.
Same as I say, it persuaded Kathy to come on panel in end. And yeah, honestly. It sort of took a bit of a nosedive after that. Well, not blaming you, Kathy, but yeah. You were a bit naughty. Yeah. So we just Pinocchio, Kathy.
If somebody didn't get naughty at some point, none of us would be here.
Hey, Richard's got a bottle of Johnny Walker. He says he hates whiskey. So
I'll have it.
Chris,
It's a appropriate name, isn't it?
Richard.
If your surname was Walker, it'd be appropriate.
But yeah. And Chris took a picture. Oh, no, this rate. Chris asked Callum to take a picture for him and Joelle. Obviously, Callum obliged, shown it Joelle, and she says, delete it. And I says, well, what's up? She says, she was showing all the titty.
Callum was looking.
So we had to delete it. And I says, we know where you were looking, Callum.
Was it wasn't indecent, was it?
No.
I just showed a bit too much of
I
the
think
old
it was more. It was more the fact that she didn't want to reveal a cleavage. No, you didn't kill it at all, Kathy. If anything, it made it better. But he says, "I'll save it for you. One day our paths will cross."
If you ever watch a Carry On film, you'll usually see a bottle of Johnny Walker whiskey somewhere.
But yeah, at one time they stopped doing the red label one, didn't they? And it went to black label one. Why, I don't know. I don't know what difference is. But then they started doing red label again. But yeah, you know what I mean? How can I put it? Kathy's a woman of the world, let's just say. And that's putting it politely. Yeah, she knows everything, and yeah, she's a lovely lady. Lovely lady. And I think that's why she don't come on my panels, because she thinks she might embarrass me.
I'll give over.
I know. Yeah, you know what I mean. At 60, Kathy, I've probably been there, done that, and got a T-shirt for it. So don't
Kathy
worry about
definitely
coming
has.
up on panel. You know what I mean.
I have.
Look, there's a few have, Jeanette. Kathy definitely has.
Well, but yeah, Raphael says his name ain't Walker, but do plenty of walking. Yeah, Chris does, and then knows about it next morning. Put it this way.
You got to keep trucking.
He's going on a bit.
You got to keep trucking, because the minute you stop, boom.
Well, that's it. Well, you know, John, he likes going out and taking photographs. He likes going out with drone. You know what I mean? And to get them shots, you've got to sort of go a bit further afield.
Yeah. Drone shots are all good, but some shots you need the camera, don't you?
Well, this is it. And the good thing about the camera is, I mean, partners still know about this. It's got a video thing on as well, so you don't just have to take pictures. Like he likes taking video of birds taking off and dipping into
Yeah, so the camera does video. Well, that's why I bought this particular camera, because it does video.
I paid extra to that.
She says I'm known around the streets. I mean YouTube streets.
Not Struggle Street.
And by all means, Kathy, if you want,
this one does.
You called me a channel. Cheeky buggers.
Canon EOS 100D. So when this came out, it was lightest DSLR on the market.
But yeah, Chris swears by him.
I ordered Tracy. I paid extra and ordered those blinds for that.
Oh.
And that's the other one. This only does.
The cheaper ones came to 27 quid, and you can buy the more expensive ones that are made of metal instead of the plastic. Yeah, for 35. Same, but for 30 and
yeah, better quality.
Yeah. They should be here by Thursday, I think. But I'm not putting them up till it's all finished, because you know how dusty lines are a bugger to clean when they get dusty. We've got a lot of dusty jobs to do. Yeah.
He's even got his sofa bed in there, partner.
Fell asleep.
Nice little home from home.
I didn't pull it out or all, but I did fall asleep on that chair.
And the theme is bees.
Yeah, don't know where that came along, but imagine when all flowers come out, there might be a few hanging around. All little seedlings have come up already.
But yeah, he wants to do insulation before he does anything else, because there's laminate flooring to go down. I'll tell you something, partners. He bought a piece in on Thursday. It's like Rolls Royce. Yeah.
It's right fixed stuff. It's got like a blue insulation strip to it, and it's got the grain to it. You can feel the grain to it.
Tracy says you fell asleep on it. Well, that must mean something. Hey, that was a new one.
And the keys over
Devilish
there.
Pinky Monster.
And the
Devilish
keys over.
Pinky Monster.
And the keys over. She moved in before I'd even finished putting that. That wall was like a jigsaw with no pieces. You had to make your own.
Oh dear. But did you notice? I noticed all these things. They were like where Johnny was at, like pieces of wood and everything, and just behind him it looked like that.
Well, that's gone now. It's all blended in.
Whipposaurus.
Your ass.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I bet that's sort of a Burposaurus. But that's
Not sure about that one.
Career, so it could be a psoriasis.
The Tim Burposaurus.
no,
A
I
bird
think
monster.
it was Bria. Yeah, because if you remember on my baking live last week, Tim were burping because he come up on panel just about as I was shut it down, and Laurie were there, and he did the most loud. And she says, next time, she says, I'm gonna record it. She says, and go in bedroom and play it because she says her husband is a bugger for burping.
Alexa, remind me at 8 a.m. to bring the trolley. Not you, dickhead. I have Amazon open.
Johnny's having a conversation with Alexa now, calling
Alexa.
him a dickhead.
That reminder for 8 a.m. tomorrow.
What's the reminder for?
Bring the trolley.
But-
Okay, I'll remind you tomorrow at 8 a.m.
That's
I'm not
better.
bloody lifting that washing machine, no way.
But Kathy, I don't think people would have you any other way.
Oh, that is so absolutely true.
You know, that's it. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know, that's the way we like you. You know what I mean? It's like me, and I always say, and Johnny and partner still agree to this. What you're seeing now is what I'm like in real life. I don't.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Partner as well.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I'm exactly the same. I don't have a filter either.
You know what I mean? It's what I'm like in real life. I am who I am. If you don't like me, then doors there. You know where you know what to do, sort of thing. If you know what I mean.
That's weird. I just spoke about that washing machine and my stepdad just sent me a picture of it in the middle of the kitchen. So it must have unplumbed it.
Well, the thing is, Raphael, Tim joined the baking live. You know, right at the very end when I've done everything, I opened the panel up. Now I was going to shut it down because nobody wanted to come up, and then write it sort of like as I was going to click on, you know, end broadcast. Tim come up and he burped, and Laurie was there, and she went, "Oh, Tim," she says, I need to record that," and that's where the Burposaurus came from. And she says, "I've got to record that." She says, "Because my husband is a bugger for doing loud burps." So she says, I had a good mind to go in bedroom, play it like this almighty big burp, and yeah, just to get her husband's attention, basically. No to Mr. Whipper now. But yeah.
I don't know who that one is.
So he's already unplumbed the washing machine. It's in the middle of the kitchen.
All right. Well, at least that's one thing. Excuse you.
Tell
That's
it to
a
you.
Tim's and then James will lose his crown.
The plastic on it.
Richard says I'm different. I'm even more of a knob in real life.
I call it being on the defensive.
Yeah. Well, partners took over the reins in Tim's absence, you see.
Well, that's best I could do.
Yeah.
Same thing with me. Is
I don't drink half a liter of Coca-Cola at a time.
But yeah, anybody that knows me knows this is you know, this is me. This is who I am. You know what I mean? You know, I'm like Marmite. You either love me or you hate me, sort of thing.
Not because you're black and smell horrible.
Well, I do have.
No, I'm thinking of something else.
It's part nest.
Look, you know, I told you I'd give him a trim. Look. He would give him evils. Normally it looks like an Ewok, doesn't it?
Ewok.
He does. He does.
So I've got to tank him out. I know, but
But it's very heavy. I think, yeah, thank you, laughalot, for I've got my trolley. It's a proper old shop cart trolley as well, them big old wrought iron ones.
Oh, yeah.
I found it in a field once. Little brown. Just
Never mind. If it does jump, Johnny, you know.
Just in middle of field. There it was.
It says it like it's, you know, an everyday occurrence, you know,
yeah.
right in the middle of a field and there it were. You know what I mean? I look at it this way, Johnny. If it saves your bike, then, you know.
It's one with solid rubber wheels, you know what I mean? Really, it's an old one.
It's like one of those sack carts where you can configure it.
No, it's not that flash. It's all just wrought iron solid. Oh, it's just boom, boom.
Dates back to 1852.
The only update it's had is I put some nice foam handles on it.
We didn't give it a coat of ammonite or all like that.
You don't need it. It's fucking about. It weighs a ton, literally. It's a proper big old one.
Richard, it's Lee.
Where did that come from?
They always time out Lee's alter egos. It's become a bit of a running joke.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I do have my reasons, and, yeah.
I've never touched a mower in his life. I think I dug my lawnmower out last week. Filled it up with petrol. Took a bit of doing, you know, pulling it over, but it did start eventually. I know about back.
Let me lick the bowl ready for tomorrow.
I hope that's all the licking.
Yeah, we're doing two things anyway. We're doing apple scones and no baked cookies. No chocolate involved. I'm sorry to say.
Well, crypto will be gutted.
Yeah. The no drops, no bake cookies, basically. Oats. It's like how can I put it? You make like a hot cocoa mixture, sugar, milk, cocoa, and you bring it to boil like a hot cocoa, hot chocolate. You know what I mean? And then you sort of add it to oats. Chris has actually managed to get me some smooth peanut butter today. Not from Asda, because they only do
go a bit further field.
So
you have to go to one on Parkway.
Forget where.
Yeah,
forget where we got it from anyway.
Now they've done a deal with Gatesy on that one live bench, and I'm not shopping at Asda anymore. I won't shop at Asda.
But,
well, I don't really bother with big supermarkets unless it's something I can't get in Aldi.
Well, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something, Park Nest. You know where Chris took our Callum to Specsavers? It's like on a retail park.
Yeah. There's
an Aldi at top there, and he went in there.
Oh, hang on. I said there was one by
St. James's Retail Park, I think it is.
Oh, is that the one in town centre? Well, city
No,
centre.
this is like
Yes,
north
other one.
way. But
Yeah.
you see, because we were going to Specsavers, it's like tucked away right in corner is Specsavers, and then there's sort of like a shoe shop, and then there's nothing, and right on very end there's an Aldi. I mean, it's not a massive one.
Oh, shit, we're going to the
Kathy likes nuts, don't like nuts in the food, only on the chin.
So it's not Richmond Park.
It's St James's. It's a pretty newish retail park.
There's a few roundabout.
I mean, Callum's been left, I think, 4 years now, and it was just about opening up when Callum left school, because his school was just down way. You see, what reason why we speak that Specsavers is it's the one nearest to us. I think,
so
yeah.
Called
St James's Retail Park.
I'm just looking on Google Maps.
So
apparently a big telly as well.
Find it.
You bring it big telly.
There's another big telly at living room. I don't know where that's going.
Because there's another
music. But yeah, I mean, it's not a full-sized Aldi. You know what I mean? I think it's just there more for people's convenience, like when they on retail park, if you know what I mean.
Hunslet had an Aldi, but I think it got robbed at so much that
well, there's like a Pets at Home, a Wilco's, an M&S food court type of thing. What else is there? Is it shoes? Not shoes though. I don't know. There's shoe shop anyway, and then I think there's a next shop there as well. But anyway, it's not a massive retail park.
Oh yeah, I've got it.
But yeah, and it's not a massive Aldi.
And
then right at very end where Aldi is, opposite Aldi, there's like a building all on its own, and it's called warehouse, I think it is. Well, that sort of purchase you have to buy online, Miss Batty Whiplash. If you know what I mean.
Well, she's either very kinky or she's trying to put a claim in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it on Google Maps.
Yeah. Specialist websites. Oh dear.
I had to buy some more screws today, Jeanette. So that somehow has officially got about 1,000 screws in it.
You had to buy some more?
Yeah.
Last time you showed us, you got thousands.
Oh, I know. I bought another 450 mil and 260 mil.
There's a Mormon church just up the road from that Aldi.
A what?
There's a Mormon church.
Yeah, I know.
Up the road.
It's just off a roundabout.
Yeah.
Sort of roundabout, and that Mormon church is here. Yeah, I know. It's what's the name it? Rowood. We used to actually live that way.
Bochum Parkway.
Yeah, that's it. Bochum Parkway.
Oh, Bochum. Sorry for the mispronunciation.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. It's called Bochum Parkway.
Bochum Parkway, yep. I'd say I stand corrected when I put it down.
Oh dear.
Here's a VW dealer on roundabout.
A what?
There's a VW dealer.
Yeah. Is it JCT?
That's it, JCT 600, yeah.
Yeah.
Founded by the late great Jack Tordoff.
You see, I ain't lived in Sheffield all that long, but I do know my way around. We actually used to live on Bakemore Road.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, if you're watching, you'd read my lips. Yeah. It's Chav Central, let's just say.
Wipe your feet on the way out. Don't stick your hand out the window if they're going to watch them while you're driving.
Yeah.
Because that'll be
Hey, I tell you something. First couple of days after we moved in, there were all this hustle and bustle. There were armed police, dog with tasers, the thingamajig, dog handlers, guys with tasers and everything. And I went, oh, what? You know what we're coming into?
It was great. Big cow was stood on balcony watching it. It's better
I know.
watching telly. This
Honestly, swarming with cops, and that were only a few days after we'd moved in. And I went, oh shit. But yeah, and then they were like a woman. I think it was next door, but she was deaf.
Yeah.
And I went out onto like walkway, and I says, "What's going off?" So she said, "You're gonna have to turn towards me." She says, "I can read lips." She says, "But I'm deaf." And I went, "Oh God!" I says, "What's going off?" But what had happened didn't sort of block her flats over way because there were great big like grass, yeah, and they were in maisonettes. And apparently, this woman had split up with boyfriend, husband / partner or whatever, and he took her hostage. That's reason for all dogs and armed police and God knows what else.
it might be out now.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're talking about 7 years ago now, so Krista said it's probably out by now. Oh dear.
Yeah, said hello to their grumpy ass neighbour.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Johnny.
I went, hello, what a glorious day. I went,
But
I well, we were murdered near where Scotty lived.
proper watching me when they were reversing.
the person we've referred to as Twatty Bollock.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. I'm
Mr. Eye on the circle.
yeah. And as it just had it, Johnny pulled up, and then just as Johnny were going in boot for that laminate flooring, he pulled up at side of Johnny. So Johnny said, "Well, I could be saying hello to him." I said, "Now you understand why we call him what we call him." Right, grumpy horse, Mr. Entitled.
So basically, a male version of the Karen, also known as
Kevin. Stack a laminate point and a door, and them rock pebble stone thing.
This is the thing, Park Nest. He lives over here. He don't even live in our row, and them parking is for us. So, according to Brian next door, anybody that parks on grass, he has a quiet word with them. You're not supposed to park on grass. But what does he do? He parks on grass.
What shall I do that next if I ever visit you again? Park on grass.
Yeah. I said to Johnny, I said, you should have parked on grass outside ours.
I'd have shit him up if he'd have tried to have a quiet word with me.
Yeah. Chris has just said, he says if he ever has a word with me about parking on grass, yeah. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Hey, I'll get mower out. I'll mow a disabled bear.
Hey, that'd shut him up, wouldn't it?
I'll just do what anyone else would do. Tell them to get booked.
Yeah.
And that is the example of
your other expletives as well, Nest.
He's a proper old. I could shit him up if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm a giant.
Yeah. That is so eloquently put, Johnny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The words cannot describe him. You know, tosser, knobhead.
I wonder what he said about having that bloody car in that street for so long. That car that was just dumped there.
No idea.
But yeah, a fucking good one about that.
I wondered where you were going.
Shouldn't there be a road further down on the next street? Because he's on the other side.
No, Gary, it wouldn't surprise me because I think at some point, from what I've heard from Ivy next door, he's upset every single person on this estate.
Welcome back, Bill.
Gary says Slice's Tyres has probably got that many enemies in what he won't know who it was. But the funny thing is, Gary, and Johnny will tell you,
Just
we
staring
got,
out the window,
we got up one morning and somebody keyed his car all the way down.
Oh, you told me. I've seen it. It's bad, that.
Hey,
And
dude.
Brian's next door. Oh yeah, that's personified partners. That's just exactly how he looks, isn't it, Johnny?
Oh, yeah, he's right, miserable twat.
Yeah, that is impersonified. But yeah, we got up one morning. Somebody keyed all the way down one side of the car, my side, I think it was, passenger side. And funnily enough, Brian had exactly the same thing done.
Hey, I've had an idea. I'm going to use my
Bill.
CCTV and I'm going to watch that rabbit hutch.
So Snowflake's going to have CCTV.
But twice I went out there today and I heard it scuttling about and it ran.
You haven't heard that story, have you, Bill?
Yeah, well, I just went out there to sell a edger. And
No,
then
I'm
a
on
guy-
about Johnny's story about Snowflake, which is his rabbit, and it's got
It means something totally different over here, Bill.
it's got a penthouse, basically, like a 3-tiered.
Basically, rabbit luxury.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know what I mean? You know, if you could buy rabbit slippers,
The Rabbit Hilton. The Rabbit Hilton.
and like a robe or whatever, yes, Snowflake could have it. But anyway, so he ran
Playboy Mansion.
in his Mrs.'s penthouse the other day, or summer, I should
You
say.
will be better.
Anyway, so he'd left his phone in the summer house, and he was, weren't you staining something, Johnny?
Yeah, I looked out, saw something move near the ball, looked again, and this bloody mouse was staring at me, and I was staring at him, and then it's not
Eating out at the same bowl at the same time as this rabbit were.
Right next to rabbit, just eating out the ball. They obviously know each other.
And Johnny said it's becoming a regular visitor because he's seen
Yeah,
it
but they're
window
brilliant.
times afterwards.
So I'm going to build a heavy duty. That I've got a load of them floor beams left. I'm just going to make it look like the summer house.
So he's got to rejig the penthouse and make it non-mouse proof.
Well, Tracy said she wanted it upstairs.
But yeah, the way Johnny explained it, he says, I'm sat on this bucket, he says, staining something. He says, and I looked over, he says, and I went, I had to do a double take. He says, and there were mouse and rabbit eating out at the same bowl.
Right next to each other. As soon as he clocked me and I clocked him, we were off then. But a decent sized mouse. You want a rat, definitely mouse. But
Do you think it's the same mouse, or do you think it's a different one, or is it
one?
same one?
Yeah.
They've sparked up a little bit of a friendship as Snowflake and this mouse.
I'm going to have to put in a tenancy agreement.
Private mouse rent.
Sounds like your cat needs to go back to cat school.
Yeah.
You need to have a word in Snowflake's shell light, you know what I mean, and say, well, look, subletting, I don't allow subletting, so yeah, you've got to evict the mouse.
Am I the only person that looks at Johnny's
I've got
logo?
open fields next to me, right next to me. Open fields and then a nature reserve and everything. So,
Am I the only one that looks at that logo and thinks about Speed Racer?
That Easy Days designed that. It's tattooed on my arm.
It's basically a black circle, and it's got like a
England flag.
yeah, England flag, and then his 5 on top of it.
Yeah, but just from first glance, I think about Speed Racer and the Mach 5.
Yeah. It's that kind of sticker logo, isn't it?
But yeah, hey, don't you think, Johnny, by evicting the mouse, that Snowflake might go on hunger strike?
He's a fat little kid. He never stops.
Well, that's what you do. Quit feeding the cat until he wants to eat the mouse.
No, it's not a cat. It's a rabbit.
Rabbit.
A rabbit. Oh, I don't think rabbits care about mice.
Well, black looks at things, you know.
We're right next to each other, Bill.
Yeah, they've got a right budding friendship going off
Yeah, they
there.
might be dating.
Well, that's he's going to have to charge
Honestly,
him out,
right
rent.
next to each other, literally side by side like that, eating out the same bowl.
And best about it, Johnny couldn't have scared it. Well, this is the thing. Johnny
He's
lifted,
coming during the day. He's not
Johnny
bothered about
lifted lid up, and he got a stick, and it was like going like this to see if it was still there, and it weren't still there, but it still keeps coming back.
But he can get in and out quick. And when I cleaned out the hutch the other day, there were no holes, so that he's just basically going in the front, I think.
So, but you know what? These little mice are like. They can get anywhere.
Yeah, you can't keep
It's
them
about
out.
that big. It's about that big.
Have you ever seen that YouTube channel? I think, what's his name? Sean Woods. He does all mouse traps.
No, I don't want
There's a
to.
video of, is it Mousetrap Monday?
Yeah, you can get it. You can make a mouse trap that the rabbit can't fit in.
If the rabbit were distressed and stuff, then yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
Tracy says that's what I said, Jeanette. That's Snowflake's friend. But ain't it funny, Tracy? Johnny's been poking in straw and everything, and he's sort of looked it in eye, scared it off, but it still keeps coming back.
That is the point. That rabbit's on premium rabbit food. So
Hiya, James. Wow. That's the explanation there, Johnny. I mean, if Snowflake's on premium food, it's coming for premium food.
But it's Rabbit Hilton.
Rabbit Hilton.
Yeah.
Wait till I build a new hutch. You won't be getting
But
that.
the only thing you've got to watch out for, Johnny, if it goes back and tells its mate, hey, they serve some good grub up in that rabbit hutch.
As long as it's not rats. Mind you, I did have a rat in that caravan though, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was that. No, it's on.
John, when he went in to rectify it, let's just say, he went in full hazmat.
Roland moved in, Bill. He was a big ass rat and all.
Yeah. And he went, if I come face to face with a rat, he says, I'll be screaming like a girl.
It chewed up all my Christmas decorations. Its bed looked like fucking Elton John's. Oh,
Yeah, if you can catch the mouse, you can dip it in lacquer and then just leave it there so that the rabbit thinks it's still there.
But yeah,
It's been a luxury tinsel bed with all my Christmas decorations.
hey, oh, this is no word of a lie, Bill. He had a ferret, right? He even bought the ferret a what do we call it?
Ferret hammock.
Hammock.
Yeah, but it's Ferret Hilton.
Yeah, bought ferret and hammock.
It was an albino, wasn't it? It was an albino, wasn't it? Didn't
Yeah, that's the problem with it being albino. They sort of don't have a big lifespan, do they?
Next to its brothers and sisters, it was quite a skinny one as well.
Was it the runt?
I was playing with it the day before, and then next morning I come down, it was dead.
Aren't ferrets just long, skinny mice?
The meat eaters and all, yeah. If that mouse had gone into the ferret hutch,
It had been.
I fed it on chicken legs. If you just hung them inside, the next morning the only thing was there was just this bone hanging. Nothing on it at all. Stripped it. It's like watching a little bloody raptor when it goes for that meat. Constant.
But yeah, it had its own little hammock. You know, if you want, if you want the high life, just move into Johnny's. If you're a pet, that is.
I'm not going to buy any more though, because it's going to be like Pet Cemetery and gone.
God.
We bought its own little solar lights to put around its little grave, basically.
Oh. Well, I mean, both our cats is buried in our backyard, and they've got plaques.
Yeah, got you a little plaque.
Yeah.
On, didn't I?
Johnny made me like a black cross because Lucy was the first one to pass away, and then Benny passed away last year. But yeah, so
what the hell's going on in chat? Got a bit pornographic.
Yeah, I was watching that. That's just gone completely left.
But I said this, Bill. I mean, we've got a good idea who most of them are, and I always say, you know, they're not hurting anybody. They're just having a bit of fun. They're just having a bit of banter.
Just having a laugh.
But that one certain person. Anyway. But never mind, eh? Naughty Mr. Whipper. Get me whip out so we can compare them.
This is the part where I shut up because I always end up in trouble.
Usually me, that.
Yeah, exactly, Gary. Exactly. But, you know, they're not hurting anybody. They have just having a laugh. You know, they.
Oh, they're not doing anything wrong. It's not like disrespecting you or violating your community guidelines.
That's it. That's it.
It's not like we don't know.
But.
I won't mind a bit.
Richard come up tonight.
Glad you didn't hear that.
What?
Don't mind a bit of violating.
Whippy boots.
Yeah. And you
It's
suggested
like that Devo song.
Yeah, I can't figure out. Yeah, is that whipping footwear? Is there such thing?
we don't know what's going on, Bill, to be honest. Nobody knows. It's just got a bit mental. Everybody's the same person, like crypto and all that. They're all that's there.
Yeah.
With the other channels.
Alter ego.
Yeah. And they chat each other up using them. I don't know why.
Well, you can change your name just in the stream, right?
Yeah.
Now I've got to try. And I can change it up on my little icon.
Yeah, you can do highlights now as well. You put a little one at the bottom.
And you mean headlines? Like I've got Baking Diva.
Same thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, lass? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they call it headlines, but.
Hey, I might get a bit done tomorrow if I'm only picking up the washing machine and the TV. Don't know where that TV's going.
Johnny's a bit overrun with TVs.
That one's a 60-inch. That one that's in the living room.
Plant pots on the head.
You know, it's a
No, not
60.
plant pots. That's called energy domes.
Oh.
Energy domes,
The
yeah.
one in that living room.
Where do we buy one from?
Do you know where the idea actually came from? It was inspired by some 1930s Art Deco light shades. Was it Gerald Casale? He said it in an interview. He said it was he'd seen these light shades.
I can't hear no tapping.
And they only wore them one time, and that's what people think about when they think Devo.
Yeah.
Very strange.
I mean, whatever possessed them to have that get up in first place?
Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben.
You know what I
In
mean?
reality.
Bill and Ben, the flower pot man.
Anyway, it's like this, each to their own. You know what I mean? It's who are we to reason why?
Yeah.
But
Looks like a Jello mold, doesn't it?
it does look like a bit like a cake mold. What there is out there.
Oh, yeah, definitely jelly. Also, jelly on the plate. Jelly on the plate. Wibble, wobble, wibble. Jelly on the plate.
Oh dear. How's that for Monday? That number one single, jelly on the plate. Right next to happy birthday.
Yeah.
Hi, Richard.
Richard.
Hello, how are you doing?
Took your time.
I know I've been
It was
busy. I've been
cooking. It was cooking.
go cooking my pot noodle.
That's a, how shall we say, culinary challenge.
Right. It's called
Depends which way you look at it, Richard.
Culinary challenged.
Yeah.
I've got one of those machines, Richard, that gives you a cup of boiling water in 26 seconds. That's how quick you can have your pot noodle.
I'm quite happy to wait a couple of minutes. I don't mind.
Do you have to start with boiling water?
When I used to live at home, we used to have a tap.
Tassimo machine, just have hot water out at Tassimo machine.
But yeah, you can get these like taps and they're called cooker.
Oh, my hot water tap.
Oh, cooker, yeah.
Yeah,
Cooker,
and
yeah.
it's like incorporated into your normal tap.
Yeah.
You like flick a switch and you can have boiling water, you can have ice cold water, you know what I mean, tepid water.
Can you have fizzy water as well?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ours were just boiling or normal. There were no physio carried around.
You need a CO2 canister.
You still need a
soda on tap.
carbonator.
I used to whap it on hot and let mother-in-law wash up. It soon got it going.
I take it you didn't get on with your mother-in-law then.
Well, she weren't so bad, really. She was one of them people I just couldn't help, but I wanted to. She was one of them people she brought out the bad side in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
know that.
Jokes.
We were at Butlins once, and you know Chris is the most placid person you can ever meet, right? Anyway, she was actually at Butlins with us. We took her with us, right? And we sat at dinner table. So Callum had this, honestly, hot dog and chips, right? But it were a whacking hot dog like this size. And it couldn't finish it all off. It were a massive hot dog.
Yeah,
so we'd left, I think, some of his chips and a bit of his burger. So he gets up and my mum says to him, "Where are you going?" So he says, "I'm going to get some ice cream." She says, "When your mum were a kid, if she didn't eat all her food, she didn't have dessert." So I said, just go and get your ice cream, Callum. Oh, you know, you spoil him and all this, that and other. Honestly, I have never seen Chris so angry in all his life. And he said F word to her and all. And he'd never ever said F word to her. And he got up in such a thing in a chair fly, and everybody were looking around and say, "What's going on over there?" He says, "I'm going out for a fag." But yeah, ain't it? That was one. I honestly, in all years I've known him, Richard, I've never ever seen him like that.
I'm only little, but my little Rottweiler wants to get
But
going.
yeah,
she,
you know what I mean. The same as
sounds like they were very similar. That's the type of thing her mum would say that.
It was like this, Richard. Chris sort of, you know, argument was, look, we're on holiday. He couldn't eat it all. You see the size of that hot dog. You know what I mean? And just because you haven't finished it, he says, "It's our kid, not yours."
Look at that in Asda when she went, he was going to get a sweet. We were buying his old sweets. And
oh, yeah. That were another one and all.
Oh.
We took her on holiday to Great Yarmouth, and we were in self-catering. So first stop, Asda to get a few, you know, bits of shopping in. So we were she were getting her own bits in a basket, and we were like pushing trolley around, and Callum had actually stopped his car, right? And basically Chris says, "Oh, we're on holiday." He says, "Well, have some sweets." So he says, he put in what he wanted in, I put in what I wanted in, and he says, what can we get Callum? My mum says, "Oh, you're spoiling him, buying him sweets." He says, "Well, you've got sweets, me and Chris has got sweets." You mean to tell me you don't want poor old Callum to have sweets and sit there watching everybody eating theirs? What, you know, and he ain't got none, right?
He sounds
So
right.
anyway, we had a few cross words, right? So I said, I mean it with me this time. So I says, you know, when we get back to the car, don't you? I says, we'll drop you off at Shally. I says, we're putting our bags in the car. I says, and we're going home. You make your own way home. And that was me that time. But when she actually got back in the car, she never said sorry. She never sort of, she were acting like there were no wrong. Like just normal.
Oh dear, she sounds like a Karen.
You know what I mean?
Well, what about when we're living at home? And she goes in the freezer, see what.
But yeah, she were a nightmare, my mother were. I mean, I loved her to bits. But yeah, she got her right.
Callum's all right, but she's a stubborn bugger.
But it was like, you know what I mean? Callum's our child. It's our, you know, we bring him up how we want him to be brought up, not the way you brought me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, oh yeah, I mean that. I said to her, I said, when we get back to Shally, I said, we'll drop you off. I says, we're putting his cases. We hadn't even unpacked his cases at that time. And I says, yeah. I says, when we get back, I says, our cases are going back in cart. You can stay here if you want. I says, but we go in. I says, you can make your own way back. But that was the thing. She knew she were in wrong, but she wouldn't admit she was in the wrong.
No, people like that don't. They'll just double down.
Oh,
She used
I've
to.
had that for 3 years with my mum.
I think one thing she used to do is she used to park a car outside her house, facing down the hill, and the traffic were coming up the hill on the same, and so she was facing, pointing at oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
And a wagon, there used to be like a warehouse at Ebbett Road, and every now and then a foreign wagon come and park for the night. And she used to go and bang on his door asking him to move.
That's something my mum would do.
So she said, I can't see to pull out when I'm trying to get my car out. And I used to say to her, you're the one parked wrong. You're not supposed to park facing traffic. You're supposed to park the other way. And
in essence, she could have got fined for doing that in itself.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, technically, it's legal for parking, sort of.
Yeah, but nobody follows that rule. I mean, it's only a little road, but I just put that to her because she was complaining about the wagon. I said, he's parked legally, you're not. You know what I mean? And she used to go mad about it. And God, it was just embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, she'd knock them up and they were foreign, so they couldn't tell a word she was saying. And they used to just only bit we could understand were fuck off, they used to say.
Is that an English word they could speak?
Yeah, that seems to be sort of like a pretty much same, sounds the same in every language.
No, it's just a good way of getting rid of somebody.
Well, that's what they did.
Yeah.
I'm going to complain. I'm going to complain.
You know.
It gets a message across.
She said they should be parking wagons overnight on the road. I said they can do. I said they're allowed to.
No,
they can't
it's illegal.
It's not illegal.
But you know what I always used to say? If a car's got road tax and it's got insurance,
yeah, and it's got
anyway.
MOT if applicable.
Oh yeah, and MOT. But yeah, you know what I mean. You can park anywhere in country.
Yeah, as long as it's not restricted or
it's road legal. You know what I mean.
I used to get it all the time. People saying you can't park there, and there's no
Right,
about it. No, specifically, there's a sign there saying no overnight parking. You're good to go. You know.
I'm bloody fed up with people parking outside. I said, you live next to a fucking school, mate. It takes for like 15, 20
most
minutes.
people take that into consideration when they buy a house.
Complains or all
It
these
used to be
children.
terrible on our road because some of the neighbours.
You see the sign, no parking
outside their house with hers. And it was nothing of the sort, you know what I mean? But
I'm not kidding you. On one of our Facebook groups, they were how can I put it? It's like a primary school, and it's just up road towards our doctors, just sort of downhill a bit. And somebody posted a picture of the bedlam that they have in the morning. And it says, basically, the residents either have to go out before school rush or go out after school rush because they can't get in or out.
No.
Now,
I've got a solution to that.
You know, that would boil my...
I've
Yeah.
got a simple answer. Either a forklift truck or a telehandler. That's going to take care of the problem.
But yeah, these, honestly, partners, these pictures, the cars were parked.
Yeah.
They were parked sideways. They were parked bumper to bumper. They were. It were like a scene after, you know, where these guys stand in middle and they're going like that. But there were nobody there directed traffic. Honestly, the picture.
I'd said, all right, chill out, little man.
I said to Chris, I says, I'm just glad we live where we live and we don't live up there.
Or Turin's biggest traffic jam.
Okay, then, Raphael, thank you for popping in.
Raphael.
When I was at primary school, everybody used to walk to school. Nobody came in a car. Everybody walked to school. No,
you see, only time we've had to come pick Callum up and drop him off is when we moved here, because he's got a special needs statement. He wanted to stay at that school, you know, where partners were on about talking about it, where Mormon Church and whatever is like. Where St. James's Retail Park. His school was just other side on that main road. But it were only through his choice because he got a lot of mates there. But it were only sort of till he found his feet and whatever. Because see, where we lived before, he just got to walk up road. But when we first moved here, to make him a bit more independent, Chris says, well, you could start catching bus home. So Chris sort of went to told him which bus stop he'd got to go to, his fare, and where to get off. But he had to do that a few times, so he sort of understood where he could get off and on. But he was fine catching bus. There weren't many occasions that we'd pick him up. Only if we were sort of around that way. Hi, Jennifer. No, don't worry, Jennifer. You're here. That's all that matters. But yeah, it was very rare we'd either drop him off or pick him up, or you know what I mean. It gave him that bit of independence. The only problem being if the bus that he was catching were late or they'd missed that one out. And they run every 10 minutes. But the fact of the matter is, Callum would start panicking if his bus didn't come on time. And I kept saying, just wait there, Callum. I says, there'll be another one in 10 minutes. Don't worry about it. And this is sort of where his anxiety sort of, it's escalated a bit, if you know what I mean. He's always had that anxiety, but it's sort of got gradually worse. But yeah. So, I mean, you know, there were no school runs for us because it was giving him that bit of independence to actually catch the bus there and catch the bus back. So, but...
Okay, guys, I'm going to push and go get dinner.
Okie dokie then, Bill. Thank you.
See you later, Bill.
Yeah, my wife's home today. It means that we're going with it. I have to go out and pick up dinner. Nobody's actually making food.
No, not to worry. At least you can choose what you're having fit.
No, I don't get to pick.
Sounds like
you're just the gopher, are you?
Yes. Yes, I'm just the means to get it home.
Yeah.
Bill, upgrade the wife again. This one sounds.
I think he quite likes this one, Johnny.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. You know, after a few of these things, you start learning.
Gets a bit expensive otherwise, doesn't it, Bill? I know what you mean.
Kind of, yeah.
In other words, Johnny is a yes man.
Yes.
Happy wife, happy life. That's what
He's a yes man.
Yes, I am.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Whatever,
like,
dear.
Yes, dear, I'll do whatever you want. Yes, dear. No, absolutely. Yes, dear.
That's it, Bill. You've got to keep them happy, haven't you?
Okay, well.
Yeah, see you later, Bill.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
That insulation guy's message back. It says 40 quid's a bargain. It says, yeah, but I'm a Yorkshireman. I said, you can give me a discount if I collect it first thing in the morning.
He's trying,
quick
bless
cash,
him.
no questions asked.
Yeah, he's trying, bless him. Oh dear. But yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
used
can
to walk
put
to
that down
school.
the middle
both
there. It's a
secondary
guaranteed
school and
sale.
primary school.
Yeah.
You know, our kids, we used to make them walk. They didn't get a lift, never.
Hey, same here, Richard.
No,
Even when it was like 6 foot in snow, there were no such thing as you're not going.
Oh,
to,
no.
You know, you can't get to school. You
I
have to
can remember once.
Get your ass to school.
Yeah,
I
you,
remember once I
I watched
lost
the
my
channel
dinner
called
money.
Sean's
I used to
World.
take dinner money once a week, and I lost it. And it was snowing, and my dad made me go and look for it. 75 bloody pence I were looking for in snow. Unbelievable. I was about 6-year-old. I were 75 bloody. He says, "Get out there and go and find it." I thought you're taking the piss. Well, I didn't say that. Obviously, I was only 6, but you know, 75.
what were you saying, Johnny?
God forbid.
But yeah, I mean that's how we were brought up, Richard. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
Not negotiate.
Unbelievable.
I'm not a proper Yorkshireman, am I?
You're a
But
type.
yeah, it's
Obviously, this
I
stuff.
built that summer house, Richard, for about 400 quid altogether.
Say again.
About £400 it's cost me to build that summer house.
That's not bad, that. Bloody hell.
and if you look at B&Q and places like that, they have a $2,000.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure it costs you a lot more.
And then
Probably
shit,
be
they've
after
got a foot thick. The walls are that thick on this one.
But yeah, at least Johnny knows. He knows what's gone into it. He knows, you know, it's got.
The floor's built out of floor joists out of a mill.
You go to these such as B&Q, and I can't say they're badly made, but they're not as robust as what Johnny's is.
Not bad. Prisoners.
Well, I'll rephrase that as Tracy's is.
Richard, listen to this, Richard. I have pre-drilled, screwed, and glued it's got 1,000 screws in that, so I just have to buy some more.
Yeah. All the stuff that B&Q sells is made at Kirkham Open Air Prison. All the wooded stuff, it's made by inmates.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next door neighbour, he were in for battering a drug dealer. So he got well into it, making dog kennels and all that kind of crap and sheds and things.
But this is the thing. If they're in, then, keep them occupied, get them doing
They get paid
stuff.
for it. They don't do it for free. They get paid
Oh,
for it.
yeah, I know that.
Business.
They don't get like
That's the thing, though, isn't it? Anything
hourly rate or
Oh,
whatever.
it's paid in cigarettes or
With
something.
Kirkham, it's a proper business, you know what I mean? It has a name and a website and everything. You know, you can order off it and everything.
She's a little bit crooked here and there, but she is made out of pallets at the end of the day. She's got like a steeply bit counter roof.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they get enough so they can go to prison shop and buy little luxury, if you know what I mean.
I used to take all sorts of stuff to that Garth prison in Leyland. Also, and I used to say, "Who's this for?" To prison guard. I said, "Oh, it's inmates buy it." Oh, bloody hell! Old fancy gear they buy, so I put it in themselves.
Yeah.
It's all done on the outside now, Richard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Try that.
what is that?
Basically, a sofa bed and all, which Johnny fell asleep on Saturday night.
I'm saying 400 in total. That's with the sofa bed as well.
If I'd have had one of them, I wouldn't be living here now. I'd have just moved into outhouse.
He said to him the other night, he says, "You can turn it into a Airbnb."
Yeah.
I've got a feeling the wife's leaving me, but not leaving the house. There's all laminate flooring stacked in corner, ready to go. 3 big piles of it. Yeah.
But yeah, I know they get paid for doing these jobs, but
Well, one of the inmates from Kirkham, when he got out and left, about 20
And when
years
she took
ago,
that one,
he's,
go out.
I recognise them glasses.
He's set
Just
up a
like
shop
Oliver.
doing all this woodwork stuff, and it's massive showroom now at Garstang. It's called Oak and Clough woodwork, and they do sheds, summer houses.
Yeah, that's it,
an
John,
ex-inmate.
Richard. You know what I mean? It's set him up for life now.
It's slave labour.
Ever happened to him? Go to prison? Bloody
That's
hell.
13 foot by 7.
But yeah, you know what I mean?
Any wider would have fallen down all the minute we stepped out the door. That kind of judged the measurements, you see, because you had to step out the door without falling down the hill.
You've got to do something weird, Johnny, if you have a barbecue where there's some, what's it involved?
Yeah, like one that my brother bought. He bought a Scandinavian slot together one, and it cost thousands. It didn't. You don't need any screws and nothing. They like interlocked wooden blocks. That's it. They interlock. You know what I mean?
It's like a big jigsaw.
Yeah, but I mean, you're probably talking mega bucks there, Richard.
16 grand it were. 16. It's a big one.
There you go, Johnny.
And it's got a living room and a sauna room and all that crap in it, and all he's done is filled it with junk.
That's
what happens with most.
I'd expect red carpet and gold taps and whatever for 16 grand, Richard.
Yeah, and
diamond studded platinum.
It just like each piece has like got a square out, so they just interlock like that, and then they're really heavy lumps of wood. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but I mean, like when Johnny says to me on Thursday, I've been and picked some laminate floor up, I automatically, my mind went to that slippy, slidey, shiny stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. But he bought a piece in, and it's like Rolls Royce laminate flooring, honestly, Richard. I believe he got it for 30 quid. And you've seen it in corner at Summer House, how much he's got.
3 big stacks of it, though. It come out of a room that were 4.3 metres by 4.3 metres on a long holiday.
You know, Johnny's probably got enough laminate flooring to do that Summer House about 4 times over.
And then we went into another room round the back of a room that were 3 metres by 3 metres. It's huge stacks. There's about 3
and it's like, when Johnny bought this piece in, I went, oh, that's nice. You know what I mean? And it's not that slippy, slidey stuff either. It's
laminate's quite nice. Some of it's horrible and some nice. We got some at home for bathroom, and it said specifically for bathrooms, and it was shit. It did not last. As soon as it got damp, it started parting.
Oh yeah, there's some cheap shit out there.
That's the flooring down at the other house. I got it out of.
You got to leave a gap around the edges so it can expand and contract.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's got like 2 pins in the end of it. I don't know.
My living room, Abby, it's all oak flooring, old oak flooring, but a belt sanded.
But yeah, I've seen some horror stories where they've had laminate flooring down, and when like a 6 month span, it's sort of like warped and coming away from one another.
If you've got a slight bit of a raise in your floor, in our house, from back room to the kitchen, when you walk through, there was a slight raise, and it wore through there.
Yeah,
wore through. So we got it tiled, properly tiled.
You've got to be flat. If there's any movement in flooring, it'll pop eventually.
But I look at it this way: if you're doing a job, you may as well do it proper and know that it's done proper. I mean, that's what Johnny can say to himself. I've done a good job there, and he knows what's gone into it. And you know what I mean.
It won't blow away. It's fastened to a concrete.
Definitely not.
Do you know them old fences, Richard, that you used to run the wiring through? Do you know the wire fences?
Barbed wire.
Yeah, they're like a concrete post, but used to put like bloody stones and that in them. Really, and used to run wiring through fences.
Reference.
Like you got round schools and that.
I know what you mean.
There's 2 of them behind it, and I cut the bolts off it that were fastened in the fence, put really long bolts through it, and bolted it to beams that are fastened to that.
That ain't going nowhere in or ripper it this way.
Some tornadoes in Leeds, isn't it?
Hurricane.
No, just in case, Richard.
No, I did a cross beam like that, straight across, fastened through that, so it's literally bolted to 2 of concrete fence posts.
I mean, even if he hadn't done that, Richard,
I'm
still
going away tomorrow.
anyway.
Well, not Leeds. I'm more Partness area. Elland. I'm going to Elland tomorrow.
I end up grinding the old bolts off.
Close to me.
The bolts are that long through the post.
I don't think I'll be going out that way tomorrow.
But yeah, it's
It worked out well, didn't it? I went from S25 to S12 to S2.
Yes.
And I got there nearly an hour early to Jeanette.
Open doors. That's what you're doing here. That's what we're expecting you. He says, well, I went to first place early, got to second place about an hour early, and I'm an hour and a half early at yours. All good. But yeah, that picture, we were talking about, because you see these as varifocals, and I was talking about my new glasses and everything. And Tracy says, oh, I've never wore any varifocals. And I said, well, basically, they're like bifocals and normal glasses in one pair of glasses. Yeah. So I said, here, I'll try mine on.
See ya.
Yeah. She says, oh, these are good. Johnny put them up to his face and he went, Gordon Bennett.
There's what my summer house looked like, flat packed.
IKEA.
Yeah.
That took 6 loads to move it. Literally, the biggest pile I would have ever seen.
And then he had to go back for some more.
I didn't want to slope like that.
Yeah.
And then he go buy some more.
Yeah. Well, you see, this is the thing. When they were leaving, Guy says, are you sure you've got enough? There's some more if you want it. And Johnny says, no, I'll leave it somebody else. A few days later, he says, is that wood still available?
Anyway, been quite long enough.
Yeah.
I've got loads of fence. I've got about 30 fence posts, all different lengths.
It's a shame he didn't live nearer to us. The amount of wood we give away is unbelievable. But we give it to like these allotments. There's some allotments near our works. And we get these massive pallets with aluminium sheets on, and they're right big. And the wood is really thick, heavy wood. And we give it away to them. You know, if you were nearer, you could have some, but a bit too far is Leeds.
Where were you?
We're in Well, I work in Blackburn. You know, it's about an hour and a quarter from where you are.
Oh, I do that all the time. I'll bring me trailer, Richard.
We get sheets of steel delivered on these massive, like 8x4 pallets, and it's really thick wood. The allotment people.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like if it's come on a wagon and it's particularly heavy lowered, they have to. It's got to withstand.
All right, and it's come
from
abroad,
the weight of whatever load you're having delivered.
Having that trailer is very handy.
we're always giving them away because there's nothing we can do with it. You know what I mean?
No, this man with a van guy was going to charge me £120 to pick that chair up from Leeds and take it to Doncaster.
From where?
Couple of minutes. And I already had
from where?
From Armley to Doncaster.
Nice.
120 quid.
Where's that? I don't know where.
Could buy a van for that.
Is that Leeds? That Arnold?
Yeah, it is. It's famous for one particular thing.
Yeah, or you could just ask your son.
That's where jail is.
Well, if you could get it, will it fit on a pallet? This chair that you're talking about.
I'm using my trailer, Richard.
If you could get it on a pallet, you can get it collected anywhere in UK for $39.90. If it'll fit on a pallet and it doesn't weigh over 1,200 kilos, which I'm pretty sure it does. And it's not more than 7 foot tall.
Hey, up! It's not uprooting Tracy's.
Richard, I've got an 8x12 trailer. I don't need.
No, but if it's something the other side of the country that you like, you can have it picked up by a pallet courier, and you're talking £39 something, and it be collected anywhere.
From old house to the new house.
You know, it's mad, really, that you can have like a pallet of bricks collected for 40 quid from anywhere in the country. You know what I mean?
Well, you see, it's like us. I mean, like down road, we've got Screwfits, we've got B&Q, and then a bit further down, you've got like an home base as well. So, like, we in vicinity, we've got, you know,
We send pallets to Scotland 3 or 4 times a week, and that's how much it costs.
See, do you know what set Tracy off as well when I stupidly showed her that picture?
Nice inside, Johnny. You've done a good job there.
That's not mine.
How long did it take to get stairs?
No.
He drew the line at upstairs loft, Richard.
Mine's the Yorkshire version. The rabbit hutch might look like that.
This is Yorkshire version. Well, she's got everything. She's got a TV. She's got a VHS player. She's got a sofa bed. You know what I mean? When laminate's down, she'll have put her own little rug down. And...
Really big chunky beam window ledge in today. She's got really big chunky beam
that's
window
what
ledge.
putting insulation in for. Chris has just said when you put central heating in.
Is this the insulation you've had to actually pay for?
You know something? I went in there this morning because all the doors have been shut, even though there's the draft coming up through the.
Yeah.
You've actually paid for the insulation, haven't you?
You what, mate?
You've actually paid for the insulation, haven't you?
No, not yet. I'm
No,
negotiating.
but you're going to buy it. I'm not...
It were meant to pick some up this morning, Richard, but when he actually went to pick it up, he says he just touched it and it was like it just
Been outside so long in weather. It was just like
in all sorts of weather. Imagine all rain and snow and everything.
Them thick sheet things with silver.
Yeah. Well, this didn't have a backing track.
It's not cheap.
Tommy says I've heard Argos is pulling out of Ireland. Oh, they shut in a lot at like in store. You see around here, a lot at Sainsbury's have got Argos in the stores.
They don't stock after big. They don't stock anything big anymore now, do they? It's all stupid little stuff, really.
But you can order things online and they can give you a date. But there again, you can have it delivered as well.
Lots of stuff for Argos you can get same day.
Yeah. Got to pay for that same day delivery as well.
I put a proper electric box on it as well. Right?
Well, are you putting central heating in it?
That's what Chris just said. He put central heating in it.
Cable as well.
I'm going to put that. I'm going to put the internet
there, as long as you insulate.
Oh, you get another BT dig.
Right.
I've got another one.
You know what would suit in there, Johnny? One of these oil-filled radiators.
They're brilliant, then.
Something like that.
They'd be perfect.
If Tracy does intend going out there when it's a bit chilly.
We're more concerned about Kath trying to move in. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
See, that's the thing. You know, when
hang on a minute. I said to Tracy, give me about 6 weeks. I didn't say to Kath, give me 4. It took me 18 days to build that, Richard, from nothing there.
That looks all right. Looks all right.
When I get a bit of peace from Keena.
I was going to build one of the old man's of, them breeze blocks, them thermalite blocks, but they're flipping expensive. I mean, how much they are for one block?
The only problem with recycling all wood is because you're staining it, so it doesn't really matter about that. Is all the waste from the wood.
Yeah.
That fencing. Do you know the fencing that goes like that?
So I've just googled is Argos pulling out of Ireland, and it says Argos concluded the investment required to develop and modernise the Irish part of its business was not viable, and that the money would be better invested in other parts of its business. The company said in a previous statement, Argos stores in Northern Ireland and UK are not affected, but obviously they are if they're pulling out.
Yeah, well, Northern Ireland is part UK, so...
It says Argos announces plans to close all its stores in Ireland.
Is that Irish?
580 set to lose their jobs.
Oh dear.
So there you go. Oh, there's a... apparently, baby, according to this, they closed some roads off for that concert tonight.
Always do weathers of the
The
red
day
line.
we
Yeah.
I'd have to close some roads.
That's what I thought you meant. So bloody hell, are they even closing roads?
No, it says everything you need to know ahead of Def Leppard's Bramall Lane concert, including road closures. But yeah, I mean, I look at it this way. Joelle's come a long way just for that fight, and I hope she's had a good time. She says, Crypto says she's still here, just putting out monsters away. But yeah, I mean, like she was saying to us last night, it's like she must be in a fan club sort of thing. She says, and this one particular woman that she'd be talking to in America, and like from all over the country, and they're all coming to Sheffield to watch Def Leppard. And she says it might be first and only chance for her to get to meet them in person. So yeah, so she says, I don't know, you know, and that's exactly why the reason why she came last night is she don't know when she's going to get to England again. So she says, you know, I can't sort of come to Sheffield and not see you because I don't know when I'll be back this way. Well, you've got plenty of whips and whatever, Bria. Give them a bit of whip, then they'll do as they're told. Yeah, you'd be surprised what Garrett Whipsite will do. That, you know, get back in your cupboard.
What did
Good morning.
Rihanna once say?
Bye.
Sticks and stones break my bones, but wains and chips excite me. Oh, it's changing.
What a statement to make, partners. That's all I'm
I say
saying.
it's what Rihanna put in her song lyrics.
But anyway, same as I say, that's you know, see, you know, even though she read last week, you know, says she'd got to come to Sheffield, and she was meeting up with this American and a Swede and some, you know, one or two from all over the country that were all sort of coming to gigs. So hey, Crypto's laughing at that. Yeah, they'll do as they're told if they come to my ass, Crypto. Sound like a right taskmaster, doesn't it? Never mind. Never mind, eh? We'll waffle on for a couple of minutes, and at 2.5 hours, I'll shut it down. And yeah, but if Tracy's still here and she's listening, oh,
Who farted?
who was that?
Not me.
I bet it's Richard.
It was me. Sorry, I just pressed Instagram on my phone and somebody was
Maple Fever's playing havoc.
reading my buddies. I've sent an email to National Tyres. You know, they put these offers on, cheap offers, you get so much off. And for 2 front tyres, and they want 340 quid.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Bloody is.
Hang on, just a moment. Let me think about that.
Chris has just said what I want to know. What has Rich been doing in R7 at Sainsbury's over the weekend?
I went in
Actually, that's how much for 2 tyres?
340 at the Continentals, but 340 they quoted me.
Well, I paid a bit less for mine on Volvo. I had a pair of Continentals, the Eco Contact 6s.
Gary's put a lipstick eye heels. Chris,
300.
I'm laughing.
How much were it? 280 quid for a pair.
Yeah. So,
Well, put it this way, Gary. I don't think he'd make a convincing woman with a great big white beard. Put it this way.
275, 40 R20s they are.
Oh, mine are 18s.
275,
235, 60 18s or something like that.
Yeah, and 106 wide ends in. I think that's some to its speed. I don't know.
Well, you know what they say, Bria. You know, they've always won.
I weren't expecting them to be cheap. Don't get me wrong, but I weren't expecting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
To say you were flabbergasted were an understatement.
Your gas has never been so. No, your flabber has never been so gasted.
Yeah,
Frankie Howard once said.
if you'd have said
That was Frankie Howard.
250, I could have lived with that. 250, but 340, we're getting a bit steady away with that.
As I was saying, I was trying to. Yeah. Tomorrow, when we make the apple scones, I'm gonna actually peel and shred my apples on the live stream, because, in my experience, no matter how edge you do them, if you pour them in lemon juice, it's supposed to stop them from going brown, but it don't. So I'll peel them and everything on live stream. So all you know, like a cheese grater, it says that it's shredded. So basically, you know, with cheese grater. Right, I'm going. Johnny will still be here anyway.
What's this on aisle 7 at Sainsbury's? I've just seen pictures.
You know, the Sainsbury's thing and dogging, you know what I mean?
Well, it was funny, just before we shut off, tonight I'm at Tesco's, and a bloke pulled up an oldish chap in a little, it was a Nissan, it was a funny Nissan name anyway, but a little tiny Nissan, something like a Nissan Inca or something. I've never seen one before, but anyway.
What colour is it? Is it like a green or a...
It was a tiny car, but anyway. He was quite old. He looked
Figaro, is it?
And this young girl got in his car with him, and I thought, aye. And I was behind him. And then she got back out again, and I think he was concerned because I was like looking to see what was going on. And I think
probably charging too much, Richard.
I think he got cold feet.
Either that or the price wasn't right. Right, I'll see you all later, guys. I'll see you tomorrow on the Baking Live. Have a good one and stay safe. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, so I was parked quite close behind him. He pulled up and I pulled